very brave to take Carthage, to be honest. I don't think we've seen many Carthage players be successful, but I would definitely... I mean, it's not like Carthage cannot be successful. It definitely has the roster to do it. It's just it's a faction you have to master. It's, you know, it's not like a foolproof faction like other like some of the overpowered ones, like Rome, for example. Rome is like kind of a foolproof faction. Even though we've seen it lost, it's really hard to lose with Rome. We got 60 viewers. Indeed, 58. That's very nice. That's very nice. Vim, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Adelmo is really charmed by our Imperial March whenever somebody follows. I was thinking of using R2-D2 sound, but I just thought the Imperial March was way more epic. Also for donations, if you guys feel compelled to donate to the stream, it will also show up. But obviously that's just optional. We'll do this for free, just for fun. That's just if you guys want to help. Okay, let's get into the fight. We got Carthage. Danko using Carthage. We got 4 units of Cretan archers at the front, and then a huge infantry line. Okay, Nornus, thank you for the follow. Caldazor, thank you for the follow. Okay, so a huge infantry line, 8 units of hoplites. We got 4 late Libyan hoplites and then 4 just regular Libyan hoplites. Then mercenary Samnite warriors, just more sword units. Mercenary companion from the region of Campania in Italy. And African war elephants at the back. Now let's look at JonasnEE army of Parthia. We got 2 horse archers. Actually 3. One of them is the general. Noble horse archers. The Prussian Prince, thank you very much for the follow, man. Appreciate it. It's an honor. Okay, let's see. We got Javelin in the front. 4 Javelin men. And then we have behind it Peltest. Peltest, more Peltest. All Peltest. So JonasnEE went for a full Javelin missile department, which is actually gonna work quite nicely because obviously Javelins do the most damage, and with all this infantry they're gonna be really effective. And Carthage has very limited cavalry, which means it's not gonna be very easily able to fight them away. But as I can see, JonasnEE has no cavalry other than his missile cavalry. We see a lot of Eastern Spearmen, mercenary hoplites. Yeah, 4 mercenary hoplites, 2 Eastern Spearmen. And actually we do have cavalry. There's the cataphracts. They were very thin, so I didn't see them. Yeah, 2 Eastern cataphracts. So yeah, definitely Carthage cavalry has no chance against these cataphracts, and that means JonasnEE has to play kind of defensively with them to protect their missiles, which I think they're going to be their main striking force. Danko, I think, he might just go for a rush. He has the missile range, but he doesn't have the missile superiority. So, you know, he's doing it. That's what he's doing right now. He's just getting as many volleys as he can before the Javelin men get in range. But still, he's not going to be able to kill anything. Elephants, also Indian war elephants for JonasnEE. So here's the push. Yeah, this is what I thought he would do. Just rush the infantry, and this is where JonasnEE should get extremely quick with his javelins. This is the best opportunity he's probably gonna get to get clear shots at them. They're hoplites, but still, you know, javelins just they kill anything, even hoplites. Obviously, hoplites are going to be more resistant to them because of their high armor, but still, that doesn't mean they're not gonna take casualties. And now Jonas charging with the elephant, trying to take out this mercenary Cretan archer, and he managed to charge it. He got about 20 kills from the charge, but now he's getting counter-charged, and he has to pull away from that. He cannot lose his general.
Orders understood. At the double! Double time! As you wish!
Alright, so now Jonasnee getting his cataphracts to the sides, which is right now, since Carthage or Danko is not pushing, he doesn't need his cavalry to protect the missiles because the infantry is protecting them. You know, they just get behind them. And now here's the problem: Danko's units are really clustered. Like all this clog in the middle, any volley that gets there is gonna kill something, and that's a guarantee. With all this infantry, you would think he would spread them out a little bit. He probably has about 4 or even 5 more infantry units than Jonasnee. If he spreads his infantry, he'll be able to get a very nice round, but he's not doing it. And now Jonasnee is gonna go for the charge. I don't know if he means to do this, but he's just gonna charge hoplites. Obviously, these are not the best hoplites, but you know, they still have a bonus versus large units, so this elephants might take a punch. Now the horse archer is doing great work on firing, using fire ammunition on the elephants. They might run them amok. That's just a possibility. And now Danko's cavalry, mercenary companion cavalry, gets trapped here in the middle. That's probably going to go down. Like I said, there's no chance of them to stand against cataphracts. Cataphracts is just extremely superior. Now the other cataphract unit moving on the left, and there's the elephants. Yeah, like I said, they already lost 6 of them, and now they're wavering. They might just die. Dragon Eye 3000, thanks for the follow. Red Wolf, this is indeed lagging a little bit. We've always had this issue with Rome 2. It always lags. But this is way better than it used to be a few months ago. This is kind of to the level of playable. Before that, it was just really unplayable. Alright, so now the elephants are gone for Jonasnee. Again, I wasn't very sure about that charge. And now he's blobbing on his left side. Thank you, Red Wolf, for the follow. Now the Libyans, this is what I was saying. They have the numbers, so they need to use them. They need to surround. They're getting shot from behind from this Peltis, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think it really matters. They just have so many of them. It's just a matter of using them effectively. Now the cavalry, the companion cavalry, actually managed to rout 2 of the horse archers. Now it's just the general horse archer left. That was really unfortunate for Jonasnee. He should have kept better care. Should have had better care with that unit. They're faster, so he should have used that. But with so many things going on, you know, it's sometimes hard to micro all that. Especially because units are not immediately responsive. You know, you give them an order and it takes them a couple seconds to kind of take it in and, you know, move it and do whatever you order them to. So even if you react on time, you have to react before things happen. You have to anticipate things in these games so you can react on time, because units' responses are not precisely immediate. So now the fight in the middle, it's pretty balanced. You know, both armies engaging all their infantry in the middle, except for, well, obviously Danko with more infantry, he's able to spare a few to guard the back. And the noble horse archers, as elite units as they are, they're probably not going to do very well against this hoplite. You know, it's just so many hoplites for Carthage, and it's crazy. It's crazy because all of them are hoplites or spearmen. So they get bonus versus large. Now Jonas is doing a great job with his javelin. He's losing shooting time, but he's getting into a great position because the middle doesn't seem like it's gonna get solved anytime soon. Like, these units are gonna be engaged there for a while if left alone. You know, if they start supporting, they might break, but they might hold for a little long in the middle, so he might be able to come around and get some shots. The problem is that where's the other cataphract? There's the other cataphract, and now he does have to protect his archers or his javelin men, because Danko, he probably saw them already, and he's gonna send his companion cavalry all the way over here. And Jonasnee wasting his ammunition on the Cretan archers, I don't think that's the best of ideas. He has to focus on the infantry. It's the infantry he has to kill. It's just too much infantry. Eastern Cataphract still strong at 34 men. These ones are at 59 men. So Cataphracts are still a pretty strong in numbers. Still a force to be reckoned with. He's going to charge the companion cavalry. But you see, this is a problem. It's just so much infantry for Danko that he's going to immediately come support with his Libyans. And with the bonus versus large units, he's probably going to kill this Cataphract. So I guess, yeah, we could call this an infantry spam. Within the rules, obviously, but you know, it's this is just one of the things we're still figuring out in Rome 2. You know, balanced builds, because there are just some builds, some factions that get ridiculously strong against each other. The elephant's still intact. They haven't lost a single elephant. They haven't run amok yet. And now the infantry line is starting to collapse. Their numbers proved too much for Parthia's infantry, and now he's going to start rolling on the sides, just rolling towards the left flank. Again, the missiles. I think Jonasnee really wasted a lot of shooting time with his missiles. Because now he still has, what, about 4 or 5 of them. One of them is wavering, but even if they come back, it's just so much infantry. Like they would run out of ammunition before they kill all that infantry. And like I said, the support of the infantry proved decisive. The Cataphracts are dead. So now that puts him down to this other unit of Cataphracts, which is pretty strong at 59 men. But here come the elephants, here come the hoplites, and that's probably gonna be it for these Cataphracts. You know, melee cab, elephants, hoplites, I just don't see them surviving that. The noble horse archers shooting at the elephants, and this could actually turn it around. If he managed to get these elephants to run amok, you see, if they were running amok right now, they would destroy all of this of Carthage units, of his own units, and then he would have a chance. But these elephants just seem to be immortal and, you know, fearless. They just don't run amok. You just keep charging. So again, it's a little bit of luck. Sometimes they run amok, sometimes they don't. And Helta's actually doing work on the hoplites here, beating them on hand-to-hand combat. But I think it's more of the morale penalty that's making them waver. You know, they're isolated, they're low in numbers, they're tired, they're exhausted. I think that's more than the statistical part of it. The general got charged by this companion cavalry, and again, that's the problem with having a general in the noble horse archers. He's really not going to take a lot of punches. You know, you see melee defense 12, very low melee defense, so it cannot fight, it cannot stand a melee fight. The infantry, like I said, they were going to hold their own, but it's one thing to hold, another thing to win. They eventually broke to the numbers of Carthage. So that's the GG. Yeah, it's pretty much over. There's nothing Parthia can do right now. I think the decisive factor here for Jonasnee was the poor use of his skirmishers. He had the right amount, but he had to put them to good use, and they were kind of safe because, you know, he had the cavalry advantage. So it's not like he was in a position where his cavalry, he was not going to be able to defend them with cavalry, but you know, he just left them wide open on the left flank. Then he wasted some firing time when the enemy was charging. He should have probably skirmished a little bit even, because he had horse archers. The horse archers are the perfect unit to skirmish. You know, just get a few volleys while you retreat, move back. That's something we used to do a lot in Rome Total War. Like, pushing back your army and moving back and just skirmishing was like the way to play the game. It was like the law of the land. But in Rome 2, I don't see a lot. You know, I don't see that kind of pushing back the armies, even all the way to the red line, and then trying to go around the map, just avoiding infantry combat. We used to do that all the time, and it was actually pretty successful in some matchups. But in Rome 2, I don't see that happening a lot. That might be one place where we should start looking at regarding tactics and well, actually overall strategy, because that's more of a strategic part of the planning of the battle. So right now I think this is just this is unnecessary. It's just clean up. Jonasnee doesn't want to give up. I really don't think he stands a chance. This unit's again, the cavalry wavering. This archers probably will go down, and he still has 3 missiles, 3 javelin men. I'm sure they still have some ammunition. At least some of them should have some ammunition, but you know, just so much infantry left for Danko. 3, 4, 5 units of infantry plus the elephants. I'm really surprised about this elephants. Since day one, I've advocated for completely banning elephants, but you know, after they got nerfed, they kind of were not so bad. But still, you know, elephants are just ridiculous. Sometimes they don't kill anybody and they just rout, but sometimes they just never die. You know, and it's one, like I said, it's one of those things that you sometimes, or most of the times, you can't control. Jonasnee, I think, did a pretty good job at getting volleys at these elephants. We saw him shooting fire arrows, and then he was shooting at them with his horse archers, with his general. He was just getting volleys on these elephants, and they didn't even waver, didn't rout, they didn't die, they didn't run amok, nothing. Like, just immortal elephants. Okay, so Jonasnee still fighting for his life. Apparently he's going to skirmish it out. He's not going to give up. I'm assuming he still has missiles. Not too many though. The ammunition on these guys is what, 7. So they should be running out of ammunition pretty soon. Danko just advancing in, I think this is hoplite wall formation. Just so they lock shields together. Now he's shooting at the elephants. Again, anytime you run the elephants amok, you have the option, or you have the you may gain an advantage if they run their own troops. They run them over. Jonasnee doing a final charge, an epic final charge on Danko's infantry. But again, these are hoplite units, very good versus large. Very good armor. They're just not gonna break. Just too many. Well, that's it. Everybody's routing. Good game. Good game. And Carthage, surprisingly, comes out on top. So there we go. It's a Pyrrhic victory for Danko, meaning he lost more than he killed, but still came out ahead. Yeah, you see, look at that. Parthia's elephant. 192. Definitely Jonasnee used them better, but these guys, even though they didn't see much action, they just didn't die, and you know, in the end they become a decisive end game tool. So that's why I said in one of the other battles, you always try to keep your elephants unless it's absolutely necessary to commit them early. You just have to wait. It's like the queen in chess. You don't want to play it early. You have to wait for the right time when there's enough space to maneuver it around and take full potential of it. Alright guys, so that was the semifinal, or the 4th round, I'm not sure. I'm going to update the brackets, and we're going to get into the last few battles. We have about 2 more rounds to go, semifinals and the grand final. So stay put, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because the best part of the tournament is about to come.